I'm here with Jackie Oliver, City of Dayton resident. How long you lived in Dayton all your life?
All my life, born and raised.
Okay. Where'd you go to school at in Dayton?
Jefferson, E.J. Brown, these are on the west side, Colonel White.
Okay.
Those are my three main schools.
What's your favorite thing about living in Dayton?
My family.
Okay.
All my family is here.
What's your most unfavorite thing of living in Dayton?
Racial divide.
Okay.
The racial divide in Dayton and how hard it is to just, well, the job situation too. It's not a lot of good jobs here. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. The racial divide is the main thing because I've had a lot of that in my life.
What kind of thing? What kind of examples?
I've been working since I was 16. So I've worked west and east. I've worked out in all white neighborhoods. I've had cops follow me on my way to work. That I went the same route every day. I've had people on the actual job that I was on refer to me as them or you people or things of that nature. I've just had flat out racism. My first husband, we went to apply for an apartment in Kettering. And on the phone, the lady was all nice. She didn't know we were black. So we went and paid our $50. And when we came back, first she told us, oh yeah, we got a place for you and everything. You got to pay a $50 deposit. We paid it, and when we came back, there were no apartments. Oh, there was nothing. And I didn't realize what had happened until probably about a year or two later, and I was like, oh, they didn't want us out there. That's what that was when they saw us in person, because my husband was black also. Well,
I saw today just the most ridiculous, probably the most ridiculous thing someone said to, that I've seen said from a person in power. An attorney in Cincinnati made a video. I couldn't believe this guy's an attorney, kind of a member of the power structure, saying if you want to conquer an African nation, send them white women and pot.
He said this on TV?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
What was his point?
That all the guys on his softball team like to date white women.
Oh.
It was really, it was just kind of just a disgusting, their lesser race and how you attract and conquer them.
Right.
He thought he was trying to be like a funny frat boy.
Right, and it wasn't funny. He was being serious is what he was and getting it off as a joke.
Yeah, he was telling us how he thought.
Yes. But not admitting to it.
Sure.
I hate that.
Yeah. And I see that all the time.
I see it all the time too. I see people who will say things to you and then act like, well, I didn't know it was a problem. Well, how could you not know it was a problem? Why would you assume I'm this way and you don't even know me? I'm a human being. I have likes and dislikes. I have things I do and I don't do. But why would you assume because of my race that I automatically do those things? I have that happen to me all the time. All the time.
Oh yeah, my wife gets the same thing.
And she's beautiful.
And we've had several situations. And it's not just white people. We were stared out of Abdul's African restaurant off of Salem, and they immediately shut down all the cooking when we walked in.
Are you kidding me?
Oh no. Immediately they're like, we're closed.
Yeah.
But I don't think that is big of a deal because, and I think it was wrong, their personal behavior, because they don't hold the keys to the power structure. They're not privileged enough to really do anything to me other than make me feel uncomfortable in the restaurant.
For a minute. But you know what? I don't even care about people in power because none of them hold the keys to my happiness. I don't care what they do. You know what I'm saying? None of them hold the keys to my happiness. So
sure.
That's their issue.
What do you think, or is there anything that can necessarily... She's fine. I just tossed my cat off.
All right.
She's climbing up, but she's fine. Cats land on all fours.
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
What can be done because it affects so much of this, the things that people I have people tell me racist jokes because they're like, you're down with it, you look like a good old boy, I'll tell
Right.
you a joke, you know.
Well, I mean, I have the same thing, and it's just the only difference is I have the same thing happen to me. I have black people of my race, because there are really no black people, because if they were black, they would be burnt up like charcoal. Like there are no white people. If you saw a
Exactly.
white person, they would be dead.
Yeah.
To be white, you have to be dead. That's when you lose all color.
Sure. There's
You know
a few
what I'm saying?
albinos, but
Right, well, okay, we're not going to include them in this.
yeah, that's a genetic discussion.
Right.
Nothing against albinos, I swear.
Right, me neither. They're people too.
Sure.
But, I had the same thing like that. They tell jokes. I mean, and it's sad. I don't discriminate. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you came from. You respect me, I'm going to respect you, and we're going to get along. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't think like that. It's they're scared. You know what I'm saying? They're scared, basically, and they have they're uncouth most of the time. Like I said, how can you judge me and you don't know me?
Sure.
But that happens all the time. I had a cop come to my house, white cop, okay? Now, when a cop comes to your house and you're having an issue with someone, and he, it's like he was egging me on to go do something, so then he could come back and arrest me. Like, I'm trying to think how he put it. I said, I know who it is that was harassing me, and so he was like, yeah, you're right, you're probably right. No, he said, you're right first, and then he said, you're probably right. And he was like, well, do what you gotta do. But he was a white cop, and I could tell he didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't think much of me and everything. Okay, you know what? The bug thing.
Yeah.
But, I've had instances like that. I've had, like I said, cops follow me when I worked out in catering and further, because I used to do home care. So I would kind of go all over because I had a car. And, they would actually follow me, even sit out when I get out the car and go into the house that I was going to in a uniform. I had on like a nursing uniform. They would sit there and look at me.
What do you think this kind of mentality and the looks, feeling of not being welcome does to the mentality of kids in the city of Dayton?
It tears them up and it teaches them to think only one way. It makes them in a box. So, this is what I tell my kids on the bus, and I don't care where they come from, whether it be the east side, the west side, the north side, whether it be the projects, whether it be a nice home. You don't let where you live determine who you're going to be. Ooh, Kitty's got claws.
Yeah. Jackie, this is Jackie Oliver.
Yeah.
She is a wonderful person,
Thank you.
a joy to be around. Dayton Public School bus driver. We'll keep that topic out of this topic because we don't want to get you in trouble, but
Right.
we'll breach that topic another time.
Yeah.
But I think, it's going to take a long time to get to some people's skulls, but I also think that they power, at least the media power structures, perpetuate it.
Yes, they do.
They never
they do.
show the full picture. They only show,
A slant.
like, crime. They
Right.
show the 1%, 99% of the time.
Right, and it's crime everywhere.
Actually,
Because-
I think statistics just came out. Crime's higher in the suburbs now than it is in the city of Dayton.
I believe you, just like
Yeah.
drugs are.
Yeah.
Our kids may smoke pot and drink, and doing drugs is doing drugs. But you have more kids on heroin, harder substances in the suburbs and these rich, well-to-do, whether they be black, white, or what have you. But you don't hear about that. You have just as many crimes go on in the suburbs as you do in the city, but they're not going to report that in the suburbs. They're going to report what you see in the city.
Yeah, I grew up in Miamisburg. There was lots of drugs
Yeah.
going around.
Yeah.
Lots, plenty.
Yeah, so,
I had piles of them.
It's across the board. I don't think anybody's mind is going to change. I think people are going to do what they do. The only thing I can do is be me and be as nice as I can to people. That doesn't mean I'm going to be a fool. It doesn't mean I'm going to let you hurt me. But, I respect you, like I said, as long as you respect me, and that's all I can do. And
Sure.
maybe you seeing that, it may change you, it may not, but that's not my problem, that's yours.
All right. You're great. I love Jackie. Thank you
All right.
much. You're going to be on my TV show.